Where's my dragon?
Welcome back, everybody, to the Adventures in Entaro on the Do Where's My Dragon channel. I am your Dungeon Master, Duncan, and I am joined today by my friends and our wonderful band of heroes. Where we last left our heroes, they had just had a fairly long day. After giving the High Commander and High General a debrief, they all had a pretty relaxing days full of drinking. Nimbus actually spent some time in the ruins of his old mentor's home and the home that used to be his own. After touching one of the many strange crystals that are scattered around the crater where the property once was, he experienced a memory of a time with his younger sister. Unbeknownst to him, for the most part, he was being trailed by Chadwick, who did a pretty good job of keeping himself hidden as he's starting to walk along the path of the rogues. The following day, however, not all was well in the morning, with Chadwick awaking with Lizzie in some sort of night terror. Not knowing what to do, but knowing she was not okay, Chadwick immediately rushed her to the hospital. Upon arrival, well, upon transit, he contacted the rest of the party, including Hadrian and Esha and Nimbus, to see if they could get there to help. Upon their arrival, with the use of detect magic and a dispel magic by Hadrian, they realized that what was currently afflicting Lizzie was a spell from Wendall the Black Cog attempting to kill her. After a very intense struggle, a battle of wills between Hadrian, backed by Cord, the Stormlord, and Wendell and his immense malice to the party, Hadrian succeeded. After, of course, reporting this quite immediately to the High General with a very shaken up Lizzie, along with her brothers who were there to witness these events, the party had decided that what they needed to do is they needed to take the fight to Wendell. He had finally gone too far. Now they needed to find him, and either they were going to die or he was, as they have a year before Wendell can attempt this sort of spell again. In the aftermath of this, Chadwick had a discussion with Lizzie about how he was afraid for her and he worried that him being around her is what caused this. She tried to insist that she was a warrior and that just because some jackass necromancer artificer was trying to kill her doesn't mean she's going to let that get between you two. Chadwick was given a choice: stay with her or leave. And Chadwick chose to walk away. And that is where we left off, with the party waiting for the vehicle known as, by its call sign of Wyvern 2, a vehicle of course, Ferodian in origin for the Gear Grinders and the division known as the Iron Rain within the Gear Grinders. And that is where we will pick up the next, early the next day, as you all had gone to
No, you're not.
find your
You're cutting out a little bit, Duncan. Oh boy. Oh boy.
So that is where we left off. And is there anything that people would like to do? Actually, first off, Chadwick, where did you end up that night?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I think I was really just kind of lurking in the darkness and didn't really sleep and was just kind of like thinking about shit.
All right, you would know that would give you a level of exhaustion if you did not sleep.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you are currently at 1 level of exhaustion. But yes, Chadwick, you've been looking around. I believe that Nimbus, you had stated that you were at Chile's house, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Actually, and you had something you wanted to work on. So actually, can you roll me the corresponding check for that?
Yeah, that's tool check plus
Yep.
proficiency, correct? Yeah.
Yes, it is a tool check. So it would be dexterity. Well, you don't even
Didn't you
have
say didn't we say it was intelligence last week?
Yes, for this bit, because this is more. Yeah, it's intelligence plus proficiency.
That is 23.
23. Well, the object that you have been trying to craft is definitively crafted, and actually, with that 23, yeah, it's fully enchanted. Both of them
Okay,
are.
tight. But so I was making 3, right? I was making.
2, I thought.
I was doing the stuff for Chadwick, and then I was doing the one for myself as well.
Oh, I was not aware you were making one for yourself. So you have the one for Chadwick and Lizzie, but not the one for yourself.
Okay. That's fine.
But yes, that you definitely have. Those are ready. You don't know where you guys haven't really. No one's really seen Chadwick since he kind of buggered off after the stuff with Lizzie and brought her to her house. Well, and went to her house. So no, he didn't turn back up. You guys kind of just assumed that he was at Lizzie's. But daylight comes, and you guys were, of course, instructed by Lizzie's older brother to meet him and the Wyvern 2 at you were instructed by Alway to meet him at the scrapyard where the scrap hounds do their work, as that is where the vehicle was going to be landing. Are you all there?
I'm gonna get a courier, someone to run a note, and have him run a note to the high priestess, and tell her that we will not be there for the next celestial
lesson. Yep, the note is sent to the high priestess. No problem. Easy peasy.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah,
Easy peasy.
I'm also there. I've got the artifacts and stuff ready.
All right, so Chadwick, do you arrive as well?
Chadwick arrives very late, and you can.
Very late? Yeah. How late is very late?
Maybe like. I'm sure Chadwick was watching you guys, but he was like kind of deciding whether or not he wants to go with you, and then he was like, "No, I should probably go." So maybe like 20 minutes.
20 minutes late. Okay. So yeah, you guys are waiting, and you all arrive and are there on time. As you know, this is like, hey, we need to go hunt Wendall. This is important, and Chadwick's not there.
No one else has sending, do they? Or maybe. Does anyone have sending? I don't, but.
I don't believe I do. I can check.
It's a spell you can prepare, Jesse, but I don't think you had it prepared. At least I don't think Hadrian has ever prepared it yet. Actually, no, Hadrian did have it prepared earlier because he sent a message to Lizzie, right?
No, that was Chadwick.
That was Chadwick? Okay. Okay. Well, yeah. I don't think any of you have sending prepared, but yeah, Chadwick's just MIA right now.
And sending's 3rd level, right? Yeah, I can't prepare that.
Yeah, sending is a 3rd level spell. And even though it's not on the Artificer spell list, I did say that you will be able to take it because I feel like it's stupid that you can create a sending stone but not cast sending.
I appreciate it. Same with counterspell.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that you're a battlefield like control support caster, you should be able to know counterspell. But alright, I digress. Is there anything you guys want to say? Alway and Carter are kind of there. Chile is there, Allie's there, helping you guys get situated. The vehicle has not arrived yet. You guys were ordered to, you were instructed to arrive about 30 minutes before the Wyvern 2 landed.
Okay. Well, I think I'm kind of just hanging around, looking to see if, like maybe I can see Chadwick, or if I can see him sneaking and hiding, because he seems to like doing that as of late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you're kind of, Chadwick, you said you were kind of lurking in the area, right?
Yes.
All right, how close were you lurking? Like within eye shot or?
Yeah, I can probably see them, and I'm just kind of like pacing.
Yeah, so roll stealth.
I.
And Andrew, you can roll perception to look for him.
Oh, I don't find him.
No, really?
I got a natural one.
Well, he might. Well, yeah. Even if he rolls a nat one, I'm pretty sure his modifier is higher than yours.
Yeah, perception's wisdom, so I got a flat one as well.
Got it. So yeah, he.
Should I check?
If you're also looking for Chadwick, yeah, you can definitely make it. Anyone that's like trying to find Chadwick right now can make a perception check for him.
I am looking. I think I have +7 to perception. That. That's gonna be a 20 for me.
20. What'd you get for stealth, Chadwick?
23.
23. Yeah, you don't know where Chadwick is. He's still MIA.
I got a 22, so
Yeah, Alway is kind of visibly not happy. And so is Carter. You guys don't see hide nor hair of Lizzie.
I guess I'm gonna walk up to Alway and ask if he's heard from Lizzie.
Well, I've only heard that Chadwick's a fucking idiot.
What happened?
It's, let's just say she gave him a choice, and I think he made the stupid choice.
What? Do you know where he is?
Nope.
How do
Carter
you not
hasn't-
know it?
Carter hasn't seen him since he walked out of the house last night.
He walked out of the house and no one followed him?
No, he made his choice. Lizzie was hurt. And frankly,
That's
yeah,
ridiculous. He can't be out on his own.
he clearly can. So I don't know.
All right.
But
Well,
yeah,
how much longer until Wyvern 2 gets here?
we got about 15 minutes. But honestly, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. But you can go with or without him if he doesn't show.
I would definitely like to go with him, so I'm gonna try and find him, and I'll be
Alright.
back.
Okay. Yeah, they're gonna
Alright.
keep milling about. You notice people getting ready some of the recon war suits. You do notice that there are packs for you guys full of like cold weather and climbing gear because you're gonna be in the smoking spikes,
I'm gonna
which is
turn.
very fucking cold.
So I'm gonna turn to some of the workers and be like, make sure you get those kegs loaded. Can't forget those.
You got Andrew. And they're making sure that they're all kind of sitting in the pile to be loaded onto Wyvern too when it arrives. All right, so Nimbus, you're gonna just go looking for Chadwick.
I guess so. I'm just
Okay. Are you gonna
Go
take anyone
start
with
looking
you,
for him.
or
I'll tell Hesha and Hadrian that I'm going and say that they're welcome to come along too.
all right, are you guys gonna go with them, or
I'm gonna make sure everything's in order here at the ship.
I'll come with.
All right. Well, then I guess we go off out of the scrapyard and start just yelling for Chadwick.
you guys gonna start walking out looking for him? Chadwick,
Yeah.
you of course see this.
Yeah, I like groggily walk out in front of him, like, oh, hey guys, what's going on? Kind of put on like a fake smile.
Dude, what the fuck? You're like 20 minutes late. plane. The plane is literally about to leave without
Sorry,
you.
man.
What did you do?
I was out and about with my new rogue skills, trying to scout about. I don't know, practice my stealthness is, I guess.
That's
He's
That's right.
obvious. Like you can see like the bags and the dark circles under Chadwick's eyes.
have you slept in the last night?
No, I haven't slept in a while.
What happened?
Nothing happened. Just
That's a lie.
just had a little fight with the missus, and shit happens, though, I guess.
Yeah. What did you do? What went
I didn't do
wrong?
anything.
That's not what her brother seemed to think. What happened?
Well, their brother wasn't really there when it did happen, but
Seth, did you roll that stealth check with disadvantage?
no, should I? Oh fuck, I should have.
Yeah, because you're exhausted.
You want me to roll right now?
Yeah, we'll just have to keep that in mind
Okay,
that you
yeah.
do have the one level
Sorry
of
about
exhaustion.
that. I forgot.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like me and Lizzie just got into an argument, and that was that. Don't feel like
Are you really gonna leave town without talking to her again?
Do you have that necklace?
Yeah, but I want to finish this conversation first.
Bro, you're killing me. It's not really any of your business.
All right, whatever. I think you're throwing away something good, but and I give him the necklace and the ring, and I walk away.
Okay, can I like stealth up
It's
to?
still there. Keep in mind. Is there anything you want to say, Esha?
No, not at the moment.
Okay.
Can I like stealth up to Lizzie's house, real quick, or how long will that take?
Might it will put you like the ship will like Wyvern 2 will touch down, and then you're gonna be back like I want to say like 8 minutes later.
All right, that's fine.
All right, so you're gonna go to Lizzie's
Yeah.
house. All right, yep, you go to Lizzie's house.
I'm gonna put the necklace. Yeah, she has a mailbox, right? Or maybe, and I'll just put it on the steps, I guess, and I'll knock on the
Like to her house,
what?
like on the steps to her house.
Yeah, can I stealth up to the steps?
Yeah, roll a stealth check with disadvantage.
Fuck. All right, hold on. Let me, Oh, hold on. Okay. So 25, and then roll again. Fuck. 16.
So you get up the steps and you put it in like from
I'm sorry, that's a 19 and a because it's a +9.
Yep. So you get up to the top of the steps, and like as you go to put it down, you hear from behind the door.
I get the necklace out, and I hold it for a moment, and I put it on the steps, and I walk off, and then when I'm about like 20 feet away, I slip on the ring onto my my left ring finger, and I walk back to the, or I try to, yeah, I walk back to the Wyvern.
You don't feel anything. You don't feel a magical connection form, as Nimbus would have explained to you before. That the magical connection doesn't form until the other person puts on the item for the first time, and there's a distinct difference on knowing that they died and their heartbeat has stopped, or that they have taken off the item, or it has never been put on. So you're just not feeling any connection. Okay. All right. So, while that is happening, the rest of you are kind of waiting in the scrapyard, and you're kind of looking around. It's a semi-cloudy day along the coast, and you guys are all kind of looking around. Not super cloudy. Like, you have the occasional, like, pretty big, like, cumulus clouds kind of floating across the sun, but you're kind of all sitting there, and then all of a sudden, the sky kind of goes dark. And Chadwick, you can see this as you're approaching, although the sky doesn't go dark for you, but for the rest of you at the scrapyard, the sky goes dark, and the sun is like being blocked by something.
Can we see what it is?
Yes, Chadwick, you can. Is anyone else gonna look up?
Yeah, I'm gonna look up.
All right, so you
Yeah, I will.
look. Yep. So you guys look up, and you see this very large object. It's kind of shaped like a long, like kind of long, but also kind of thin, like almost a schooner type ship. But it has these kind of like sail-like wings out to the side. You can see some glowing crystals embedded along the hull, which you would call it, and it kind of comes out of the clouds, and you see it's kind of like slowing as it descends, and you can see sort of essentially landing gear coming out from like the sides of it mechanically to alight it onto the ground in front of all of you. On the side of it, you can see very beautifully embroidered Wyvern 2. On it, you can see along almost like the bottom edge of it, what appear to be sort of like downward facing ballista and force cannons, like those on the arms of some of the war suits. But also you can see prickling from above the deck some more ballista, as this appears to be, as it is, a warship. It doesn't look super heavily armed, but it still looks armed. They throw ropes down to moor it. You notice as it kind of lands, the back side of it opens up and down into a ramp, and you notice as it starts getting loaded up. Approaching all of you is a elven woman in like full captain's regalia, a pin that looks to be an eagle with its wings out, signifying that she is a member of the Iron Rain, as it looks like it's some sort of eagle or even maybe a rock. But as its like wings are spread out, it looks like there's bullets and bolts hailing down from under its outstretched wings. Yeah, and so she approaches you and looks at all of you, and she looks down. She looks, as she's taller, she looks down at Alway and says, "General Alway." He says, Captain Skysworn, nice to meet you again. These are three of the four individuals you will be transporting to the Smoking Spikes rapidly. Their gear will be loaded up. I would expect that the warsuits are ready in the drop bay for when they arrive. It shouldn't be more than a couple hours that you guys will be on the vehicle. But where the fuck is Chadwick?
I don't know.
Chadwick, you would be approaching about now. And Alway will look over. Oh, there he is.
Sorry, my friends. I had to take care of something.
Yeah, you're also extremely late.
I checked my watch, but I don't have one. I'm like, well, sorry. My apologies. I can't be any more sorry.
Right. Well, any reward you all will be getting from this mission, Chadwick is getting none of it.
Got him.
Any military paperwork or payment from the Shining Legion, Chadwick, you will be receiving none of, as you are very lucky that I just straight up don't have you dishonorably discharged. As this is an important mission, that we had organized and that we had scheduled for this time, and you showed up not only late to report time, but almost missed your departure. If I thought these three would not be extremely hampered by your absence on this mission, I would have thrown you out right now.
I know he's been an asshole, but you know, I'm sure he's very sorry, and we'll do you proud on this mission.
Oh, that fucking asshole.
And I throw Chadwick his bag and walk onto the plane.
You walk onto the room too. Captain Skysworn kind of looks at all of you as you kind of board. She and General Alway are talking a bit. But eventually, you guys notice as the war suits are brought up further in, and you notice that they are attached to these sort of harnesses that are hooked onto like the back of the suits, as the suits are kind of like in a folded, crouched position to take up as little space as possible above these, like kind of in like these separate bays that you can see. But you're kind of told to by some of the bosuns and just sailors, well, airmen, kind of, you don't know, to just hold tight. You guys are going to stay down here for the most of the trip. You can come above deck once we are in the sky, but when it's time to deploy, you're going to need to come down here. Who else is going to, so do the rest of you get aboard the ship? Because this is essentially what's going to be told to you when you board.
Yeah, I'm boarding the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. You all get aboard. They load up the Wyvern 2 pretty fast, as there's not a ton. But there's not a lot, but there is also a significant amount that they're just resupplying the vehicle so that they can stay in the air longer again. But you all get on board, and the rear door starts to close. The rear door closes. Captain Skysworn kind of gets on, regards all of you. Alright, so let me get this correct. Your ranks. Artillerist Cumulonimbus. War Cleric Hadrian. Unit Commander Esha Jahanivai?
Esha will work.
Unit Commander Esha and Private Chadwick.
I do a very poor bow.
Right. Well, welcome aboard the Wyvern 2. Your time with us will be fairly brief, as I have simply been instructed to provide an airdrop onto these coordinates with you included in it. So, if you do not mind, I will be getting to the helm of my ship, and we will be on our way. Feel free to come above deck if you wish to watch us in flight, but I would highly recommend, at least in takeoff, to secure yourself to one of the harnesses. And she kind of turned. Oh.
I'll start like the securing system, like setting myself up.
Yep. She will turn around again, like captain's coat, leather boots, what appears to be a pretty nice saber on her side, and a pistol on her other hip. And she kind of walks up to the top decks. So, Asha's securing yourself. Is anyone else going to secure themselves, or are you guys gonna
I'm going to secure myself as well.
Yeah, I'll strap in.
Alright, I just wasn't sure if anyone was going to just try and big dick it and be like, no, I'm fine, I don't need to secure myself.
And then get drilled into the back of the cargo bay.
Strap me up, daddy.
Right, you all kind of attach yourself. And you all hear, as you notice that people are kind of moving to their stations. Some of the people, most people in the cargo bay are like securing themselves as well. You notice some that do not and are still moving about. As you feel as you're strapped into the ship and these are like anchored to the structure, you can feel through the harness a faint hum. And you feel as though you can feel the ship lift a little bit, and you can hear the gears of the landing gear retracting back in. And you feel the ship lift and spin, then angle upward slightly, and then just the most amount of G-force that any of you have ever felt in your life as it rockets into the sky.
Guys, did I mention that I don't like flying?
Nope. Too bad.
Oh god.
I'm in my seat. Just
I'm sitting
giddily
away
excited.
from Adrian.
Adrian is like some of the crew notice him turning green and hand him like a vomit bag, so that he doesn't, get it everywhere on the ship that they have to.
Is there
clean
like
up later.
paper in this world, like paper bags in this world, or is it just like a leather pouch?
They know how to make paper bags. If they can make a flying ship, they can make a paper
Yeah, that
bag.
makes sense.
And they kind of learned. Granted, the flying ship came before, and then they thought, oh wait, we need to get barf bags for this stuff. Granted, they also then again, if it was, hey, you're a sailor, you can't vomit, you can't be on a ship without vomiting, you're not a sailor.
We need to make
But they
paper
realized,
bags.
now they realize we might need to transport ground troops on these vehicles every so often. They might not be able to handle it, so barf bags. But yes, so you are provided with barf bag, Hadrian, and eventually you feel as the climb stops and the ship levels out, you still feel that you're going very fast, but the ride is now very smooth. And you notice a lot of the other crew start to like detach their harnesses and start to move about again.
Yeah, I'll detach my harness and pull out my violin and start playing it.
Okay, roll performance if you're trying to be like impressive or not.
I'll try, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, roll performance.
10.
How much?
10.
10? Yeah, it's a decent performance. Like, the crew's still kind of working, but a few of them are, like, nodding, and you can feel that they kind of got the rhythm. But it appears that you guys are currently free to move about the ship. Is there anything people want to do, or are you guys just going to ride out the travel in the cargo bay?
Is say it's smooth enough to kind of walk around, like, when you get to
Like,
Okay.
like, a lot of the crew has, like, detached themselves from harnesses, and you feel like you're kind of at cruise.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start exploring the ship. Me and Tony are gonna go on a walk.
I'm gonna need some air.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay. So, I want you to know, Chadwick, this is not going to be an 8-hour transit. You will not be able to get a long rest, so you won't be able to get rid of your level of exhaustion.
Dude, I shot! I literally clicked it before you hit.
But you can fall asleep. But, yeah, so you guys are in transit. Hadrian, you go up with Nimbus to the top deck. And it's kind of pretty much like a deck of a ship when you get up there.
Okay,
Made out of mostly wood. You do see these ballistas mounted along the side as weaponry. You do notice that there's people milling about. You see Captain Skysworn at the helm, kind of steering the ship. The helm is a little different, as it is kind of like a ship's wheel, but instead of having like pegs all around it, it's more of just two on either side. And you notice that the wheel not only kind of goes side to side, but also tilts forward and back based off of the ball joint. You can kind of see it's mounted on Nimbus.
You just quit?
I'm gonna walk up to one of the ballista and pat Tony and be like, "This is gonna be you when you grow up one day." And then I'm gonna walk over to
Chad,
and I'm gonna walk over to the general.
Chadwick's gonna laugh in
and,
his sleep.
and I'm gonna walk over to the general and I'll say, "Wow, this is." I'll say, "Wow, this is a hell of a ship you got."
It is it not?
That's pretty funny. I just downloaded that.
I'm gonna
Granted,
turn. Sorry.
How fast are we going at the moment?
Currently, I would say it's about the equivalent of, I believe, Let me do some math. 200 to 300 knots an hour.
Um,
Sir,
I don't know Sarah talk, but I know that sounds like a ton.
Sir.
It's pretty fast.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes,
Wow, does it
Hadrian.
go any faster?
please just tell me that we're a ship in the water, and we're not in the air.
Just do not look over the sides, Hadrian.
Look over the.
I take Adrian to go walk over and look over the sides.
Roll a Constitution check, Hadrian.
Nat 1.
All right, yeah, you puking. You're leaving a trail. Some poor peasant probably got hit. Vomit from the sky. That's a bad day. But yeah, no, Hadrian's not looking good. And like one of the crew members notices and kind of, Hadrian, why don't you come with me? And he kind of takes Hadrian down to the sick bay. Because Hadrian's not doing too good. Thanks, Nimbus.
I am rolling on the floor laughing, and I get up and I'm just gonna walk around and just continue adventure. Or actually, how long are we? How long is our flight?
About 2.5 hours.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna find like a quiet spot with a table, and I'll sit down and just start trying, just kind of schematicking out what I'm trying to make for my bracelet.
Yep.
And
So
yeah.
I am going to cast Branding Smite into my Pearl of Power.
Okay.
And then take a short rest.
Got it. That can easily be done. So you guys are all doing about your business, and as you can kind of, Nimbus, if you're kind of sitting above deck, taking notes, because you would think it would be like crazy windy, but there's some sort of spell that's keeping the air like this from not just whipping with wind to make it impossible to hear each other and do something, like some sort of windshield spell over the entire top deck. And you can see the smoking spikes start to come into the distance and you're approaching very rapidly. And you notice this and you're approaching in about a couple minutes. You watch as the captain lifts up her arm, and you notice on her left arm there is a sort of bracer with a gem of some sort into it, and she speaks into it, and you can all hear this as it seems to be echoing through the ship. Would the elite detachment of the Lightning Lancers please report to the drop bay at their earliest convenience, as we are approaching your drop point? Please report at your earliest convenience, or in 5 minutes.
I'm packing up my stuff and full sprinting downstairs.
Same. I'll start walking. I'll start making my way to it.
I'm gonna do the same.
So you guys kind of all get gathered up in the drop bay. Hadrian, you're led there from sick bay. You're feeling a lot better as they make sure that's in kind of like the center of the ship, so there's no like minimum turbulence and no way to see that you're still up in the sky.
They also give you some Motrin.
Yeah, you get some medicine. Good old alchemy. But you guys you see as you kind of go down there, there's this dwarf, kind of like grizzled looking guy, nicely trimmed, black and peppered beard. It's like, all right, so you four are in the drop, right?
Yep.
All right, we got the supplies evenly distributed amongst the war suits. All right, if y'all know how to pilot them, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Any of you afraid of heights?
Definitely not.
Oh, God.
Right. Shit. All right. Well, Hadrian, all of you get into war suits. Make sure that they're ready. Activate them. You'll notice that there is. I'm not sure if you paid attention to this. When you activate them, there is full power mode. There is standby mode, and then there's a third one that should be labeled as D. That is for the drop. So you're going to want to make sure that it's put into D so that it's good to drop. And what's gonna happen is I'm gonna be in the middle. We're gonna open up the bay doors as we're cruising. I'm gonna give you your countdown. We're gonna hit the release, and you're gonna drop. I would say give it about 20 seconds, and then punch the red button. That'll deploy the chutes, and you should drop at the right location.
All
Do
right.
that.
I
Awesome.
climb in and I click mine into. I get in position and click it into D.
Yep,
Same.
so you
I did the same.
so the war suits are kind of like in the fetal position, arms up, kind of tucked in. You kind of climb up, get into it. You put it into you feel you know that the war suit has activated, but it's still kind of in like that squatting, locked in position. And all of you do the same. You know how to activate them. You've driven these things before, so you get it. You're kind of, but these things aren't touching the ground right now. They're kind of off of these like hooks, so you're kind of just like sitting there, suspended in the air. And you see the dwarf kind of looking around. You hear the captain's voice come across. All right, Lightning Lancer unit, prepare for drop. We are opening the bay doors now. And below you, like you guys reach in like these separate stalls. Essentially, you can kind of see each other. There's like bars between them, but you can all kind of look over each other. It's two of you on each side. And you hear below you just, and you can hear like the rush of wind. Is there anything you guys want to do as you're kind of sitting there? Do you want to look down?
Oh, I'm
Right
staring
before
down.
we get
I'm
dropped,
Hmm?
I'm gonna yell for the glory of Cord right before we get dropped.
Can
Got
I? So I'm guessing that restoration is the only thing that can cure my exhaustion, not cure wounds or anything.
Yeah, you need I believe it's a lesser or greater restoration can get rid of it. I'm not sure which one. I think it's only greater. But let me double check for you.
Gotcha.
But you said you're looking down.
Yeah, I am.
Yep. So as this is happening, you hear the bay doors open, and you can kind of see below you the white and gray landscape of the smoking spikes kind of flying below you at pretty high speed.
I'm just like itching. I'm just like thinking to myself, I can't wait for the drop. I'm so excited. I'm like super hyped.
Yep. And you kind of see as this dwarf, the guy that seems to be kind of in charge, walks over to a button on the side. He's like, "Alrighty, we're over the spot. We go in 3, 2, 1," and he punches the button, and you all hear as the release on your suit breaks, and you fall. And you are all in these suits made of metal, wood, and hide as they plummet out of the sky.
Do these things have like radios in them that we can talk to each other?
Yeah, they do. They do have built-in communication devices. Yeah.
So I'm gonna slowly count down from 20,
Mhm.
and then I'm gonna yell into the speakers and say, "Shoot!" when I hit 20.
Yep. So you hear Esha counting 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then what does Esha say?
Punch the red button.
Yeah, I just say, I just scream, punch the red button.
I punched that
What do you
red
guys do?
Oh, I absolutely annihilate the red button.
I do the same because I'm yelling it.
Yep. Hadrian, do you hit the red button?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I was gonna say,
Hadrian,
move a step away.
Hadrian's not handling it super great, but the fact that he can hear you guys is kind of helping him. You all hit the red button, and immediately the chutes you hear as the chutes deploy and fold out, and your descent slows. And you kind of start drifting down towards this sort of open, snow-covered area of the smoking spikes. You're kind of drifting down as you see like the tops of the mountains kind of around you. You can see some of the bare rock areas burnt around these sort of thermal vents where the snow has immediately like evaporated. And eventually, as you're all drifting down, it takes about 30 seconds to a minute, and then your suit's still in their kind of locked position. Their feet crunch down into this thing of snow, and it comes up a good, like, foot or two up the legs of your war suits.
I'm
That's how
gonna
deep.
put mine to the full power.
Yeah, I'm gonna click mine into full power as well.
Yep. You guys are all kind of in your winter gear. You made sure to winter gear up before you went through the drop because the wind is cold as you're falling through the sky. And, you know, it's just cold here. So you're kind of all, like, layered in these, like, heavier coats and furs that fit over your armor and under your
Are we
armor.
cold inside the suits?
You still would feel the cold because there's no, like, shielding around
Okay,
you.
so
It's just like the open cockpit because you're able to disembark and embark these things as a
Chadwick's
as, like, half your movement.
Chadwick's nipples are hard as fuck right now. Just so everybody knows.
Even okay, got it. Under his warm clothing, his nipples are hard. Great. But you all land. You all switch your suits into full power. Adrian, do you have any idea where your tribe would be right now?
Dude, that would have been fucking nasty. That would've
I would say.
thanks.
So where exactly are we at?
You're currently in Smoking Spikes. You would know from, like, the debriefs and stuff on, like, the organization of this. You're about, like, 12 miles to the south of Titan Hall, which based off of what you told everyone is kind of just sort of like the middle area of where your tribe normally wanders.
I would say head around that area because I'm sure that Holstein is getting a drink right now, or he's just around that area.
All right. So I'm gonna need either Hadrian or someone else to make a survival check. Either someone can give Hadrian advantage on this survival check, or someone else can make it as a flat roll.
I'll give Hadrian the help action. I'll help him.
All right, Jesse, roll survival with advantage.
Okay, let me get out the sheet. 15. Do I have anything? What is Sir? Okay, that would be a 19 for the first roll. Nat 20.
Okay.
Second roll.
So total of 25?
24.
24, okay. Wait, what's your wisdom?
My wisdom is plus 4. It's a 19.
I thought you had a 20 wisdom. Never mind. Yeah, 24, yeah. So you guys start going around here, and Hadrian, you start noticing these small signs that none of the rest of you notice. They're like small markings in, like, snow caps or markings in stone. You know exactly where your tribe is located right now. You know exactly, based off of these markings, where they are and how far and how long it will take to meet them. You think you have about a half day's travel to get to where they probably are camped. It's not an exact science. They might be just near that area. You might have to look around a little more, but you got about a half day's travel.
Well, I'm gonna lead our guys in that direction then.
All right. I'm gonna need all of you to make me just flat I just need you all to make Constitution saving throws with advantage.
Do I just roll without advantage?
Yeah, you just this is a skill. This isn't a skill check. It's a saving throw, so it's different.
Okay. So.
I got a 15.
What was it? A
15?
Constitution?
Yes, Constitution.
23.
23. Okay.
18.
Okay.
11.
11. So you all succeed, and, like, you're traveling through the Smoking Spikes, and it's cold. The wind is kind of still howling through the mountains. Random flurries of snow come down, but your clothing keeps you guys pretty warm as you trudge on in your suits, laden down with, like, your camping material, some extra climbing gear,
God, he's right
the
on
casks that Hadrian required. But you guys make pretty decent time, and eventually, as you kind of crest a hill in these mountains, you do see below you what appears to be a cluster of hide tents with like lots of like beasts of burden and lots of fairly large people milling about. You see some Goliaths, some humans, some orcs. You even see some elves kind of milling about this area. It's a very eclectic group. But Hadrian, you do recognize that of some of the standards that are kind of flying in the wind through the gusts and flurries of snow. This is your tribe. What would you all like to do?
I'm gonna turn to one of my tribe's members and be like, "Where is my cousin?"
Oh, you're not in the camp yet. You're still
Oh, we're
outside
not
the
in the
camp.
camp yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're kind of looking down the hill into this little gully where they seem to have been camped out right now.
Well, guys,
So
let's
I'm
go
gonna.
to the camp. Sorry.
What were you
Oh,
saying?
yeah. I was gonna say maybe have
Yeah, guess what?
Hadrian go first, so they know we're friendly.
If you walk in with me, you'll be fine.
Oh my god, this kid's a fucking moron.
Okay.
So you guys start crunching through the snow in your war suits and start approaching the edge of the camp. And you notice that you would notice as Hadrian there, that some of like the outer guards are kind of keeping an eye out. Notice as you approach, you see it as one of them kind of holds up sort of a spyglass that you know that probably came from doing some trading with Titan Hall, and kind of pulls it out. You see him kind of look over all of you, pause over you for a second, and he kind of talks to the people around him, one of the guards around him, and you see as the other guard runs into the camp. But you are allowed to approach unimpeded. And actually, as you start approaching, you do notice that there appears to be some commotion within the camp and a group of people moving towards the area of the camp that you're heading to. Is there anything people want to do, or are we just going to keep walking?
I'm gonna ask Hadrian if this is like normal, like greeting.
Well, I kind of haven't been here for a few years,
I can
so
make a turn 98.
they're going to be quite surprised to see me.
I need to pull up a note to see if I remember, or if which NPCs from Hadrian's past have names and which do not.
Guys still up there? Kill him? That's one attack still.
It's Andrews. There's Isaacs. Josh. Jesse. There it is. Okay. All right, Jesse. You didn't. Where did you respond? Like to the questions about Hadrian. Jesse?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Like the siblings, parents' names.
Oh, that? Well, Holstein was my cousin. My father was Thror.
Father is Thror.
Yes.
Okay.
And my mother is Eileen.
Eileen.
Yeah.
A rock.
And then Holstein's
His cousin,
mother
yeah.
is Astrid. Hello?
Okay, and Holstein's mother is related to your father or your mother?
Mother.
Okay. All right. So as you approach in your war suits, you notice a few familiar faces in the crowd, Hadrian. You do notice your father, your mother, and your aunt. You also notice,
I'm kidding.
huh?
My
was that?
father's dead. My father's dead
Right,
though.
right. Your father is dead. You notice your mother and your aunt.
Yeah.
And you also notice that that one of the village elders is there as well. One of the tribe's elder members, a fairly old half-elf woman. Simply, she's only really known as Elder Frosthair. She has a name other than that, but that's just what you've always called her, and what most children that grow up in the tribe call her, because she has just this very long snow white hair. She's kind of a shaman, spirit speaker, and just a person that helps guide the tribe, and she's lived a long time in these mountains. But they all approach, and you walk up your war suits a little bit. No one getting too close as you are in these large weapons of war. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna power mine down.
I'm gonna get out of my suit.
Yeah,
Right, so-
I'll power mine out. I'll power mine down and get out too.
You do jump out. You all made sure to have like snowshoes on, so you're not sinking 2 feet into this snow, because it's very deep snow. As you're very familiar with Hadrian, as during the kind of all through like harvest and the winter months, like all through harvest and frost, the snow in the smoking spikes is deep. When you get around to like dawn and high sun, you would be guessing that this kind of area that you're in right now probably wouldn't have any snow in it. But right now it's pretty deep snow. But you hop out. Your mother is, of course, very happy to see you, as is your aunt.
I'm gonna,
As they, what was that?
I'm gonna go greet them.
Yep. You walk up to your mother. She's there, kind of giving you a pretty warm smile. Your aunt by her side. Oh, Holstein. Oh, Hadrian, it's so good to see you. You haven't written or said anything in so long.
Yeah, kind of just done my own journey for a while.
That's good. And she kind of looks you over. Well, at least it looks like you're being well fed.
Yeah, of course.
And this is an elder Froster kind of walks up with her cane. Young Hadrian, who are your friends, and what brings you here in weapons of the Legion?
This is Esha, Nimbus,
I-
and Chadwick.
When he says my name, I'm gonna do like a little bow.
No need to bow, Esha. Not really what we do here. But it is very nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you too.
I am Elder Frosthair. And I believe it is more Hadrian's place to introduce these two women.
This is my mother, Eileen, and my aunt, Astrid.
Yep, these are two. Your mother's the elf, right?
Yes.
Even for an elf, she's not very like stringy. She's pretty. She looks really strong and hardy. As does his aunt. They're both very hardy women. Very strong, pretty beautiful, and just they both seem to have like weathered a lot of hard like nature and just being out in the wild, but they both seem very kind, and they're both introduce themselves after that. They both say, "It's very nice to meet you. I'm glad," and this is Eileen speaking. "I'm glad that you've looked after my son, and have helped him on his journey."
Honestly, he's done a lot of looking after us.
Really, that is good
Yeah.
to hear.
How many times has he saved my life? Like 6 or 7?
Honestly, 7 too many.
Well, I knew his life wouldn't be safe, but choosing to be an adventurer, at least he's keeping you all safe. So Hadrian, what brings you to the Smoking Spikes, and especially in the middle of the colder months?
Looking for Holstein.
And why do you need to see Holstein?
We need a tracker.
And well, this come inside. Let's get you all out of the wind and the snow. And she kind of waves you all further into the camp, into one of the larger communal tents. Not like the private quarters, but just like a place where people gather to eat. There is a fire pit in the tent with a smoke kind of coming out the top. Some pretty like furs and some, oddly enough, very like fairly nice like wooden benches that seem to be able to be folded up or taken apart to transport.
I am going
So
to summon my hammer and then leave it at the door. Like, leave it right off to the side of the door.
okay.
Kind of
You
like
notice
a,
that like a lot of people like take great interest in your hammer as soon as they see it, as it's a very nice weapon. You do notice that some people are also noticing your the gauntlet that your shield comes out of, Hadrian. Nimbus, they notice the spire on your back as well, and the weapon. Like this is a group of people that seem to have a pretty good appreciation for like high quality craftsmanship of all sorts of things, weapons, armor, arms. But you all enter the tent. It's pretty warm. It's nice and cozy and pretty well insulated from the outside. It's definitively warmer in here. You probably still want to keep on your more winter gear as you might be heading back outside, but it's pretty cozy. You all
Pretty
kind of
warm
sit.
altogether.
Yeah. You all kind of sit. Eileen and Astrid ask, "Do you need food? Have you eaten lately?" Is
I wouldn't mind some stew.
all right. You're very lucky that we have some getting ready. And eventually, you are all brought this pretty hearty stew. It's got like some sort of game. You would probably know this as it's probably one of the like winter elk or reindeer sort of meat, Hadrian, and some sort of tuber-like potato and some other vegetables. Not
because of my
super
like,
heavy, not super heavy on vegetables, like really rare on vegetables, but a lot of really heavy and like a really rich broth and meat.
would
That's
I
the
like
best kind of
recognize at
stew.
least a little bit because of my hunter's background?
Not you would know that it's some sort of game based off of just the texture, but the exact type of game, because this is on essentially the other side of the province from where you're from. So the wildlife isn't exactly the same. Make sense, Essa?
Yes, yes, and I'm gonna compliment it because why not?
Yeah, no, it's very good. It's very hearty, but uh, Eileen will ask you, Hadrian. So Hadrian, what? Why do you need Holstein? Why do you need a tracker? Why did you show up in with regalia and items bearing the crest of the Shining Legion? What's happened?
So, since I've left, I met my friends here, and we all decided to join the Shining Legion.
Oh, well, that's a very admirable cause, keeping the province safe.
We are currently tracking someone of high interest, and but we need a good tracker, and I know that Holstein is the best.
Well, of course that's true. Is this person dangerous or?
Very.
Oh my. And what prompted you to come into the smoking spikes in the dead of winter? Why not wait? What made it so pressing?
Tried to kill one of our friends.
Oh no. That's horrible. Um, is there any good news? Since you've been gone?
I give him a wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Brought ale and mead.
Well, that is good news. But
Adrian,
you're
Adrian, you're forgetting something. Remember the bear? The bear skin?
Yeah, you remember the cloak I helped you make?
Like,
Bearskin cloak.
oh, so I also kind of have a girl, I guess, and I
You
killed the
see, as
queen.
your mother and aunt, their eyes go wide.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
really?
yeah, and we slayed some dire bears, and I made her a cloak out of dire bear fur.
You see, as like your mother and aunt kind of look at each other and like kind
Would
of
it
nod, pretty
help?
impressed. That, well, Hadrian, that is very thoughtful of you. I'm glad I raised you to be thoughtful. So, what is she like? Is she a warrior?
Oh, she's a warrior, all right.
Oh.
All you see is I look at her and say she wears the pants.
Oh, well, that's not something that is too uncommon, among our tribe at least. But, so, do you need help finding Holstein, or
She last here.
when he was here about, and this is Astrid speaking, well, he was here, about, I would say, a week and a half ago, before he went in the direction of Ice Maw. You would know Ice Maw is one of the larger mountains of the Smoking Spikes, and it's known as that because of the large cave that perpetually has icicles and ice stalagmites at the front of it, making it look like a giant mouth with icy teeth. He believed the creature that uh, did in your father was residing there.
Rest up here for a night, and I guess we'll head that way next morning.
Oh, you're not going to stay?
It's very important that we find him immediately.
All right. I understand. It's nice to see you again, though. And your mother kind of walks up and gives you a hug.
I return it.
And as she's kind of holding you, she says in your ear, "You are very brave. Your father will be very proud." And holds on to you for a moment before releasing you and kind of stepping back. Well, there's plenty of places for you all to sleep. I'm sure we can make room in either this tent or Hadrian. I'm sure there's plenty of room in our tent. There should be plenty of room, of course, for you and all your friends for the night. But the rest about couple hours before nightfall are yours. If there is anything you guys would like to do or explore within this camp.
So I know that the kids are going to be running up to ask me about all the adventures I had.
Oh,
So
they swarm you as soon as you leave the tent.
I'm going to sit down and recount all the tales, including all the times I had to save Esha's ass to them.
Yep,
I'm
they
gonna
listen.
walk up and nudge Hadrian on the shoulder to ask if they like music.
They like music.
Oh yeah, no, like you guys live in the you grew up here, and it's pretty much like any sort of entertainment you'll take. And if like someone's a good performer, then even better. Like good music is something like music. It was a rare treat.
Yeah, I'll play my violin.
There you coin.
I'm just gonna hum along to the song.
Okay. Yep, that's your role performance.
Okay. 21.
Anyone? Yep, the kids aren't like even like cheering a lot. They're just enraptured with your performance. Like first they heard all these stories of you guys being amazing adventurers and all the time Hadrian had to save you, and now you're just giving them this beautiful performance. They are enthralled.
and then at the end, I'm going to summon my hammer and take a bow.
The kids start cheering, and a couple of them kind of like come up to you and ask you about like your horns and your tail.
Okay, I am bold.
I would tell him,
Movies.
Yep.
Adrian, don't make me hit you. Remember
Nimbus.
what last time I hit you?
Yeah, that hurt. That shit hurted. All right, so Nimbus, what you doing?
I'm gonna just say I'm still sitting around the fire with them, just listening to the music.
And the stories from Hadrian.
Yeah, and I'm making sure that I sound really cool in them.
Okay, that answers my next question. I'm like, how much are you guys just letting Hadrian spin this into?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just making sure that I sound cool while he talks.
I'm making sure that they at least get a little bit of accounts of their tales. Too.
Got it. So it's mostly the yes, my friends are cool, but this is what I did.
And then I'm gonna walk up. He got eaten by a monster, and I'm gonna walk away.
He alone was eaten by a monster.
He alone. Yes, Chadwick was only allegedly eaten by a monster.
Yeah, God, getting eaten by monsters isn't fun.
Well, shit happens. But no, when Esha says that, kids, Hadrian, the kids start peppering you with even more questions about that. But it's a pretty relaxing night in the village. Chadwick, is there anything you want to do other than just kind of sit around and like listen to the recounting of your guys' stories?
I guess I'm gonna wander off outside. I'm gonna put on like a nice coat, and I'm gonna wander off outside, and then I'm gonna sending message Nimbus to come outside with me.
I want to be clear. During the entire time of travel and of your time through the mountains, you have not felt anything from the ring.
I haven't what? Oh, felt anything from the
You have
ring?
not.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, the ring has nothing has happened. You do
I
receive
guess-
a Nimbus. I mean, Nimbus. You receive a message from Chadwick. Chadwick, what do you say to Nimbus?
Hey Nimbo, can you come out here, bud?
I'm gonna respond and say, "Don't ever call me that again." But yeah,
What?
and then I get up from the the spot where they were sitting, and I'll just follow Chadwick.
Okay. So you guys walk a little bit outside of camp. You want to keep camp in like eyesight because you never know when like a flurry will blow up and you guys can't see 2 feet in front of you.
Dude, I can't see him.
Spool of unending rope.
That was like perfect timing.
Yeah,
Dude, I
actually,
can't
yeah,
see
I will,
him. Alright, anyways.
Yeah, I'll tie the spool of rope to the to one of the door frame things, and then I'll
Just tie it to one of the war suits. Got it.
yeah, and then I'll give Chadwick one end and I'll hold on to one part.
Can we hear each other talk through this fucking like snowstorm or?
Oh, it's not a snowstorm right now. Like the wind's not super bad right now, but like Hadrian would have like told you that hey, really bad snowstorms can like whip up in like a matter of seconds. So don't walk too far away from camp, or else you're gonna get lost in the mountains, and we're gonna have to pull your frozen corpses back to base.
Roger that. So I walk not too far out, just like where you can still see the fire of the hut inside, and you can kind of
Yeah, one of the multiple fires in the camp.
and you can kind of hear the music that Esha's playing, and
Yep.
I put a hand on Nimbus's shoulder, and I say, "Man, I'm sorry for the way I acted."
It's fine, but like, what was going on? What's up?
I've done a lot of thinking, and I'm afraid of losing Lizzie, and I feel like the closer I get to Lizzie, the more she's in danger.
I can understand that because she just got attacked, but at the same time, like, the closer you are, the easier it is to protect her.
Chadwick just gives a long sigh, and he says, "Yeah, I suppose you're right, but I don't know. I've never been as close to anyone as I have been with Lizzie and you guys. Mostly, I mean, I'm closer with Lizzie, I guess, but I've just never had this connection before, and I'm just afraid, man."
Yeah, I understand that, but, you know, you gotta, if there's something that you want to protect, you gotta put in the effort to, you know, stay nearby and protect it. You know, does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess I got some thinking to do, and then I head back inside.
Do you let him go, Nimbus, or is there
Alright.
anything you want to?
I'll add before he goes. I'll stop him, and I want to ask if he's felt anything on the ring yet.
That's a no-go on the ring, Chief.
So negatory Ghost Rider, you should sending her.
Chadwick thinks for a long minute, and he's gonna walk back inside and sit by the
Nope.
sit by the music that Ash is playing, and God, all right, he's gonna send Lizzie a message.
All right, you have 25 words.
Fuck, put me on the spot. All right.
If there's ever a time I'm gonna enforce the 25-word limit, it's right now.
All right, fair enough. Let me count on my fingers. Hey, sexy lady. LOL, just kidding. Yikes. I love you. I'm sorry.
Got 9 words.
I've counts as one word, right?
Yeah, contractions are
All
one
right,
word,
dope.
yes.
I've realized I need to protect you.
Alright, you cast a spell, you feel it connect, and you get no reply.
Damn! Alright.
Left on red.
I probably
Essentially.
shouldn't have wasted my my sentences on a fucking dumbass joke, but I feel like Chadwick would totally do that.
No, that felt very in character for Chadwick, but no reply comes. You know the spell went through, you know she's not dead, you know she's alive, and she got the message. She just didn't respond.
Chadwick is just gonna curl up, kind of like curl up by Esha for comfort and try to get some sleep.
Alright, Asha, do you just let Chadwick kind of chill?
Grab the titty.
Yeah, while I'm sleeping, I kind of like grab her butt, and then I'm like, oh, I'm like, Lizzie. Hello, Esha, are you there? No, we can't hear you, dude.
No, we cannot hear you at all. That is a negative.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties. We still can't hear you.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
we can hear you now.
Oh, there it is.
Okay. So I'm just gonna give him the strangest look, and I'll probably let it slide because when I notice like he's upset.
Yeah, he's not necessarily hiding it.
So I'd probably let it slide this time. But no like touchy feely. He'll get hit with the hammer.
All right. So, is there anything else people want to do before we have you guys wake up the next morning?
So
I want to
I'll
take
just
time. I
say-
want to take time to work on my bracelet.
Okay. Yep.
And
roll
then
check.
Did you say you want me to make a check, Duncan?
Yeah, of course. You're working on it.
That's a 26.
Yep. Definitely done.
Okay, cool.
Like not like the enchantment bit, but physically the bracelet has been constructed.
Okay. And what do I got to do for the enchantment bit again?
You gotta just. And you bought all the materials already, so now it's really just figuring out how exactly to get the enchantment to work right.
Okay.
So it's gonna
That's
be
just gonna be another couple nights of
it's gonna
working.
be intelligence checks with like your tool with your tinkering tools as an artificer, because that's your spellcasting focus because you're an artificer. So it's just gonna be you just like, all right, how the hell do I do this?
Okay.
So one of the songs I played was it's actually called Weaver of Fate. I think it's what's called by Brothers in Metal. But I don't want to play it because we're putting this on YouTube.
Right. Woo. Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's a good song, but
Got
I
it.
definitely think she would play it.
All right. Adrian, is there anything you want to do?
Oh,
Well, Isaac, why did you go to FaceTime mode?
I don't know, but we have an Isaac now. Hi, buddy.
Turn it back on. I want to join you too.
It's an Isaac. Oh my god.
Jesse's got the
accident.
fucking blue light on.
Oh my god.
That was like a complete accident. I actually like misclicked.
He meant to mute himself because he was in the bathroom, and then he just flicked on the FaceTime mode instead.
So, what else you guys want to do while you're resting up?
All right, is this the morning before we leave?
No, this is still the night before you wake up. Before that morning.
So I just told the story to the kids. I guess I'm gonna go have some drinks with my aunt and my mom.
Okay. Yeah, if you kind of sit, they ask you like 1.5 million questions about Allie.
I just respond with yes and no here and there.
They do not. They don't ask only like yes and no questions. They ask like how'd you meet her, things like that.
Yes.
Yeah, they
Do you actually say yes to that question?
Yes.
Your mother cuffs you on the backside of the head. Hadrian, I want a real answer.
Actually training, and we were in an arena, and she kind of got sent flying up in the air. She got mad after we beat her team pretty bad. So I ended up talking to her afterwards, and it went from there.
So essentially, are you just gonna answer their questions about her?
Yes.
All right, yeah. So we don't have to roleplay all that. They'll ask like, "Oh, so why was she in the academy? Is she from like who's her family? Are they nice?"
Yeah.
And like as soon as you're like, "Oh yeah, she's part of this really prestigious like military family," they're like very impressed. It's like, "Oh wow, Hadrian. Wow, why is she putting up with Hadrian?"
Yeah.
Your aunt actually jokingly says that to you.
I just respond with yes.
That's the Hadrian answer. It's like, why you? I don't really know, but yes.
Yes.
Yep. All right. So morning comes, unless there's anything else people want to do.
I think I'm good. I'm looking through my infusions list right now. I might mess with a couple of those, but come back to me in a second.
Morning comes, you guys just gonna like suit up, get in the mix, and start heading off towards the frozen maw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Andrew, those infusions. What we talking today?
Let me see. So I got the bag. So I'm going to let me get to my character.
Dude, the last 3 games continue playing pretty far.
So I'm going to trade out my +1 AC from enhanced defense, and I'm going to make a the boots of Elvenkind and wear those.
You're gonna wear some boots of Elvenkind. Okay,
Yep.
got it. You make your boots into boots of Elvenkind. Easy enough.
Does that increase
you
My
use
my
my-
snowshoes of Elvenkind.
that increases your
Snowshoes of
your
Elvenkind.
dex, right? Or what do the boots of Elvenkind do?
Gives him advantage on all stealth checks.
Bro, why didn't you give that shit to
Yeah.
me?
Oh, because it's mine, dog.
Wow.
I want it. I gave up +1 to AC. I get more infusions, like 1 level from
Yeah,
now.
no, I
For
get it. I
fine.
get it. I get it. That's cool.
So you guys all mount up in the war suits, and you start. Who wants to make the survival check to navigate your way through the through the smoking spikes to get to the frozen maw?
I think
I mean-
our resident survival or hunter and
Yes.
survivalist. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll give him the help action.
So you're gonna give him the help action? Just tell me what you get, Jesse.
The
Or
help action, it gives me advantage, right? So
wait,
I can
who,
make
who
2
was
rolls.
rolling the survival check? Jesse or
I
Ash?
was. I
Okay.
was.
Yep.
All right, so I rolled 2, and I got 16 on the other one, so that's a +4, so that's 20.
Navigating your way through. And as you guys are actually navigating, first hour goes by pretty uneventful. As you're getting into the second hour of travel, you hear something in the distance. Just
Can I make a perception check?
yes, you can.
You all make perception checks?
Yes, you all can.
19.
19,
22.
22,
8.
8. Okay.
Ooh, that one.
That one. Okay. Ahead. So everyone except for Chadwick sees this, because the DC was really not that high. But with your nat 1, what's your modifier
Plus
for perception,
2,
Chadwick?
so I got a 3.
Yeah, that's still not good enough. But you guys still hear
As
the,
I'm staring at it, I'm just gonna be like, "Wow, would you look at that? That's unbelievable."
Yeah. you still hear the whoosh, whoosh, because for some reason my mic won't pick up the sound that I'm making, like that. But you guys hear it, and then when you hear as coming around one of the mountains, all of you except for Chadwick see the form of a massive white dragon just.
And it looks like
Flying.
a regular white dragon, not like a mechanized white dragon, right?
No, you don't see. In fact, this is definitive. You don't see it. Its scales don't like shine in the light, like the dragons, you've come across in the past. Like even though she's kind of a bitch, James's sister, her scales still like shimmer. The scales on this dragon don't seem to reflect light at all. It's just white. And it kind of soars around one of the mountains and kind of off in the direction that you guys were headed.
I'm gonna look in the direction it came from and see if anyone's chasing it.
Make a perception check.
14.
All right. Nope. You don't see anybody following it. You just think it probably was flying around, maybe looking for some food. But you do not see anyone
Okay.
chasing it.
Okay.
All right, guys. If we're gonna find Holstein, he's going to go in the direction of that dragon. So let's head that way.
That's what happens when on your random event I roll a 100 on my D100s. Alright, so you
got
guys...
a 100?
I got a
So it's just
100.
like easy mode, we found the dragon?
Well,
Maybe
no,
not easy mode, that's probably not a good thing.
technically I'm rolling on like random encounter tables, and for this area, it is like the type of dragon that you guys are supposed to encounter. Like, because I'm rolling on random encounter tables whenever it procs. And
Oh,
so
okay.
that would have been a white dragon of the size of the one you're looking for. I'm like, no, they're not fighting it right now. It's not going to fight them outside of its lair. It's not that dumb.
And then it's outside?
Yep. But you guys
Um,
keep traveling in the direction of the dragon. As you're traveling, you're kind of making your way there. As it's getting close to nightfall, you guys are still kind of traveling as you can go for a bit. You guys do see kind of up. You guys can actually now see, and Hadrian would point this out, the Frostmaw Mountain. You can kind of see it. You can see just the peak of it kind of peeking up above some of the other mountains. You can't see the actual Frostmaw Cavern yet, but you can see the mountain. And as you're kind of traversing the valleys between some of these massive mountains, you do see up on the side of one of the mountains, shielded by like a rock, but you do see a shadow that seems to be lit from some sort of fire.
Let's go check out that fire, guys.
Do you guys approach stealthily or?
No, just go check on it.
I'm gonna stealth.
All right.
I'm
Alright,
also gonna stealth.
Are you guys gonna get out of the war suits or staying in the war
Staying in.
suits?
Stay in just in case.
Okay. So roll stealth. Remember, war suits have different stealth modifiers than you do, so just tell me what you roll.
Roll a 13.
Okay.
I guess I'll 14.
15.
13, 14, 15. And Esha, what did you get?
6.
That's just sneaky.
But remember, we got the quiet step generator with us, so
Yeah, you do. That factored into the difference. Yep. So you guys are all being pretty sneaky. Esha's still a little louder than the rest of you, but the generators are helping cover it to muffle the sounds. But you're approaching, and eventually you're getting close, and you hear a voice kind of call out, "Who goes there?"
I'm gonna return it and say, "Cousin, is that you?"
Hadrian?
Holstein?
Yeah, 1 second. And you see as like the form is backlit, and you guys now realize that the form was actually sitting down, and now as it stands, it is just this massive shadow. And coming around the rock is an equally massive man. beard covered in like furs and like scars on the bits of skin that are exposed with some tattoos, and a massive axe across his back, and some sort of like war horn at his hip as he kind of walks around. Hadrian's a decently sized guy, but this man is a monster. He is gigantic. Just kind of steps around, looks. Hadrian, what brings you out here?
We need a tracker, and I know that you're the best one that there is.
I take it as a come to the fire. It's cold out. So, Runt, what do you need me for?
Don't call me that, but we need you to track down a man named Wendall. And I'm going to show him a map of like the location where we think he's at. And I'm going to point to it. Like the area.
I can, of course, help you get through the mountains, but I have pressing matters to attend to with a certain dragon.
The dragon.
Yes, the dragon, the one that killed my uncle and your father.
Was it a white dragon?
Dude, why are you talking like that?
I'm just.
I'm
I'm trying to put on.
Hadrian,
I send fucking. You know what? Fuck you, Nimbus. Okay, I'm not gonna explain myself. Was it a white dragon? I repeat myself.
Indeed.
Why are you talking so weird, dude?
Are they always like this?
What?
Yeah.
Insufferable. Well, do you want me to put off this hunt for the dragon and not avenge my uncle or your father?
Oh, we take care of this dragon now.
Appears the runt finally got tired of running away.
I was never running away.
I don't know. Father died, left before we killed the dragon to go gallivanting all throughout the province.
And I can see that you're still a drunken fool.
You tell him, Hadrian.
I'm twice the warrior you'll ever be.
Oh shit!
I don't know. I broke a lich's arm.
True.
Really?
It's true, man.
Well,
We may have
how
slaves
about
to take
this?
things along.
I'll tell you what, Runt. Help me kill the dragon, and I'll consider helping you. You and me fight right now, and you beat me, and then we kill the dragon, I'll definitely help you.
I tell Hadrian to take the fight.
I'd be happy to kick your ass, but I think we should save our strength for the dragon.
I said I lead over to Hadrian. I'm like, no, we should fight him. We should fight him. Let's
Do
go.
we really have time
It
for
would
this?
be
We have to
more
find Wendall.
Hmm?
So do we really have time for this? We have to find Wendall.
We don't have time. Cousin, as much as I would love to beat your ass, we don't have time for petty things. But we need to kill this dragon, and then we need to go find Wendall.
Alright, let's kill this dragon, then we'll go find this Wendell. Sounds like a wuss.
Oh, he is.
So what do you need me for?
Tracking.
Alright. Well, we'll agree that the dragon needs to die.
You know,
Fine. I'm guessing it's in the Frostmaw. But, I mean, I just saw it fly over not too long ago. Not sure if you saw it.
It,
It looked like it was heading that direction. Now, I just gotta hope we can find a way to, maybe not fight it in its lair.
if we fight it in its lair, though, then it won't be able to fly away.
Fight in its lair, it has every advantage.
Arr, but they have the gold!
What the fuck?
I step on Chadwick's foot.
The massive figure kind of just looks at Chadwick. Are you brain damaged or something?
Just trying to lighten the mood there, buddy.
Sleep. We got a long journey before we reach the cave.
Can I use my can I make some
Bless
more
you.
poison arrows? Hello?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Dunkle? Uncle Dunk?
And we lost him.
He died.
He's gone.
Yeah, he died.
Duncan got dunked on.
Slam dunk. Got his ass dunked on. That's what I've been calling Duncan. Slam Duncan.
Slam dunked on.
Oh man, Slam Duncan. Nimbo.
He said his Wi-Fi just dropped.
Fuck.
Oof.
Big oof.
Well, if his Wi-Fi's not working, should we call it a session?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
We're back.
I was just about to suggest that when my Wi-Fi cut it out, because, like, I know Isaac's not feeling great, and we can call this a little short, because we're getting kind of the point where we're getting to close to, you know, things might be fighting. There might be some fighting.
Okay.
Some
Big
wrestling.
boss fight.
And before we go, can I try and build my thing? Since
Yeah,
we're
but
going
roll
to
it.
bed.
Yeah, roll at disadvantage because you're not like in a camp, or you're kind of just in a camp in the middle of the wilderness right now. Your house or a house in the city where you have like walls, you're exposed to the elements.
Man, Duncan, you really just wanted me to lose on that one, huh?
Dude, come on, you're literally trying to do something in the middle of a frozen ass mountain
I
range.
know. I rolled a 4 and then a 19, so altogether I got a 11.
Yeah, you're still working out the finer details of the enchantment. Congratulations, mister. I'm trying to wire a circuit board in the Himalayas.
Hey, man, you know, just because my fingers are cold doesn't mean they don't work. They just barely work.
They'll stop working at some point if you keep fucking. Alright, guys.
All right. Well, you
I
guys
hope
have a good
everybody-
night.
I hope you all enjoyed.
Outro.
Alright, everyone, that is where we will wrap up tonight's session. I hope you have all enjoyed this story and and I hope everyone is prepared to see where the adventure takes us next. I'm Duncan. I'm saying goodbye to all of you, along with my
Dude,
wonderful band of
Where's my
heroes.
dragon?
Dude, where's my dragon
Dude.
at? I think
Oh,
is that the one we saw again?
Dude.
Yeah, we lost him again.
Where's my
Dude,
dragon, dude?
Bro?
Dude, where's the
No,
dragon?
seriously, where is he at
Yeah.
though? Like, I'm getting kind of pissed.
I'm pretty. I think we lost him on Hadrian's watch.
Yeah.
Adrian, you
It's
my bad.
fucking boss, dude.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.